Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fake News Show. You know, this is where we talk about everything you need to know about information pertaining to misinformation and disinformation. Well, yeah, we call fake news. Fake news, they call them too. This is the place. Don't worry yourself. What is fake news? How does it affect you? How can you identify it? What damage does fake news, or let's say, aka rumor, do to you, do to me, do to the community, the society, the country? This is where we analyze it. And we have special guests we have been talking to. Everybody that is important, necessary for information, communication about you, about me. We have been talking to them. They have to answer us. This is your show. This is my show. It is our show. Stay with us. When we come back, we will tell you what is cooking on today's episode. Not go anywhere. We will come. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fake News Show. You know, last week we had a special guest, the Director General of National Orientation Agency, Dr. Garba Abari. We're not finished with the talk because people send message, say, what of this, what of that? Where is S2E12? Where is what's there? What's there? He's back. We continue that interview today. We have to continue that interview. So, ladies and gentlemen, calm down. Don't worry yourself. Try and be calming down. We are still talking to National Orientation Agency. Why is it that it's during elections and during some special moment that we have? What is their role? What's the most important thing they're supposed to do? They say all manner of things for the citizens. What is their responsibility for holding leadership accountable? Do they have any constitutional responsibility like that, or is just transfer of information and government propaganda? Let's find out now. But before then, let's go on the street to ask and hear what people are saying. On the streets. Now we they go now. More will go on the street, go ask people what they happen. More will go. Let's go. I'll be back after that.
Comes as a kind of a lie against a personality. So it may destroy a personality if it's being carried out in that kind of manner. You know, when you just bring out information for the purpose of destroying the personality, it has a personality effect on the character and content of an individual.
You verify information before you act on it. Not jumping on anything you see on the social media. Any information you get, you have to verify it. We have various means of verifying information before you act on it.
Every person is a fundamental human right for you to air your views. But while you are airing your views, do not encroach on the rights of other people. Don't say something about them that is not true.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You see by yourself what people they talk for streets. You hear them? No, you know you not hear them. You hear them now. You hear them. What do you think? Join the conversation. Lend your voice. Okay, you want to talk to me? You say to us. Now see at CDD West Africa or at frankdonga_. Send us an email. Siam, send us a tweet, send us a DM. We will answer you. Join our voice with your own. Hashtag stop fake news. Hashtag fake news show. We are together. You don't blame me that. Not go anywhere. Because after this break, you get wait to see what happen. You get wait to what? Wait to see what happen. But first, after the break, we have to go and interview our special guest. Dr. Garba Abari from National Orientation Agency. He's in the building. He's our special guest today. Let's talk with the come. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fake News Show. I'm Frank Donga, and we've been talking on this segment of Let's Talk to a very important personality, National Orientation Agency. Oh, yeah, question. Where's S2E12? Where's S2E12? This one, they happen. They are here. Director General Garba Abari. Dr. Garba Abari is in the studio with us. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much.
We can't deny the fact that the world is changing, you know, despite the fact that our parents, their time, institutions are a bit mechanical or a bit analog. We're in the digital age. Why don't you use this technology? Let's not complain that youths are unserious. They are peddling fake rumor and misinformation through social media. Why don't you come to that social media to inform and educate?
I'm always there. I'm always there. And let me tell you what, I'm always there. Perhaps you have not been following me. If you after this program,
I will
just follow me and see and see how very hot.
If I tweet at NOA, will NOA respond? If I tweet at Garba Abari, will I get a response?
If you tweet, this is my personal handle, but tweet at NOA Nigeria.
I'll tweet at NOA Nigeria. NOA_Nigeria. Very good. So they respond. They are not just for signboard.
I assure you, the moment you tweet, if it is to this Twitter handle, will respond.
Okay, good.
Now this is one. Two, you're asking me how are we leveraging
on technology
and
engaging the youth.
That is it. One, we are not actually unaware of the very interesting demography of our country, with more than 70% of the population below the age of, and are always very active on their smartphones, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram,
WhatsApp,
on WhatsApp, or on
YouTube,
on YouTube and Snapchat.
Yes.
And
Baba, you know these things, though? You get Snapchat account? I follow your Snapchat.
So I will give you a Snapchat.
Where now?
You see? So we know that definitely this is actually the way to go, especially in a digital era.
So what's the problem?
Not only for the demographic purpose of reaching a large number, but even for its cost effectiveness.
Yes.
Even for its cost effectiveness. So many of the people who keep asking you why is the NOA, why, is because they have not cared to follow us. But we are also following. We are following organizations. We follow whatever information we send. There are certain fundamental organizations that we tag.
If you have a good relationship with institutions and telcos and all these people, the way NCDC is doing during COVID-19, our phone don't blow with text message. Whether we like it or not, they have gone to collect our number around. When it's time for election, for example, collection of PVC, collection of locations for voting and updates, why don't you have that kind of collabo?
Yeah, you do collab.
Yes,
you do collabo.
You can get our phone number. So that's why they always asking, where's NOA?
You do collabo at times. This collabo does come.
Why? You don't have money. You have money. You have money, Baba. Baba, talk to you.
Look, the NOA is the most pauperized government agency.
It
is the most pauperized government agency.
If I ask how much your budget is now, I will ask.
It is the most pauperized government agency, and I want you to go to the Ministry of Information website and see how much is the NOA budget.
Okay, I will do that. So, you have challenges in reaching us, especially the younger demographics, because funding is part of the issue.
No. Funding is part of the issue, but I am saying that we try as much as possible. But how do you actually reach them out? We have an active Twitter handle. We have an Instagram page. If you go there, perhaps if I'm to send you all of my activities, your phone will blow. In 1 minute.
There's some people they call influencers. If you engage celebrities, you don't have to, but these are some of the things that, if you are visible, if you organize meetups, if you organize things that youth are interested in. Because let me be honest with you, the younger audience will find an institution like NOA boring. And they think
the reason is simple.
You only come out when government wants to collect tax.
The reason is simple, and this is very and this is a very bitter truth. Okay. The reason is simple. It's because the values have changed over the years. And we have a youth population whose attention is not on government, or majority of whose attention is not on government, majority of whose attention is not even on the community. But many,
Now, can we blame them?
Of course, yes. I blame the environment under which they grow.
Because they look up to the leadership, and there's not much to see. There's not much to see except big cars, big houses, and lots of billions, and very little health sector development and educational development. And maybe that's what's discouraging them sometimes.
That is not what is supposed to discourage you.
Because, they are humans.
Because we have come a very long way as a country.
Yeah, I know. And then they see corruption every time, and most of the time they see SARS pick up computer scientists and Yahoo boys, quote and unquote, and sometimes they don't see a lot of corrupt individuals in politics or governance facing the law like them. It's,
Then
almost,
that is
it's
the
always one dreadlock guy.
But that
one
is-
guy that has dyed his hair blonde. That is always a SARS victim.
Yeah, but that
they don't
is-
see as much of.
But that is but that is because they are the ones that are in the you know, in the majority.
Are you saying they are not corrupt?
Because I am not
Politicians.
I am not a corrupt politicians. Boku.
So they should be saying something like that too. If anyway it says, orientation, politicians, stop stealing, stop buying expensive cars with public fund. If they see all those kind of things,
Let me tell you what.
maybe they will start following your
And this
handle.
is why I say you have not been following.
Okay.
Only 6 months or so ago, we felt that citizens should take more than a passing interest in all the things that politicians tell them. Not only politicians, but any other person, for example. Now I give you, and then I went into partnership. I went into collaboration with the ICPC, and then we developed a program that we call My Constituency, My Project. My Constituency, My Project.
Sir, do you know how many journalists have been picked up or disappeared randomly because they questioned a politician, a governor, a minister, or how many people have been told they were stupid? You know how many people?
I don't know about anybody who has been picked up before. Because if
It's in the news. It's in the news.
Which news?
It was reported on TV. Yeah.
Which
When you ask so many
news?
questions, they will ask you who is your father, where are you from, maybe opposition parties. So these are some of the dangers. I'm just being
No,
real
but
with
then,
you.
why do you have to ask me such questions?
Well, you said they are not taking interest in governance. And
Yeah, but
leadership.
then but you don't have to ask personal questions.
No, not
for example.
personal, official.
I know, but then when you ask me who is your father, that's a personal question.
No, I mean the politician might end up asking you who is your father. How dare you ask me such a question? Don't you know who I am? We take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue the interview session with Dr. Garba Abari, the Director General of National Orientation Agency. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
1, 2, 3. Now I can send these stories to my brother. He must share it with my mother.
What are you sending to your aged mother?
Come and read. I found these stories on the internet.
Wait, did you verify these stories to be sure they are facts?
Verify? Why?
Have you not heard that it is important for you to always verify stories by doing these 5 before sharing them?
5 things? That's too much for just one story.
First, check the headline if it's sensational. Check the news sites that publish it to ensure it's credible. You double check to make sure the same piece has been published by other credible media organizations.
Oh, really?
Yes, check the dates the story was published, and finally, seek experts' opinion and possibly advice on the report.
Wow. I'll quickly verify these by checking the headline, date, source, and seek experts' opinion before I forward them to my brother and mother.
This message is brought to you by the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD. You should only share information from credible sources.
You know the phrase, don't you know who I am?
Yeah, because and this one, if there is a preponderance of such a kind of practices, then the onus is on all of us as a collective, and not only as an anyway, but as a collective, because the same people that the politicians will be saying, don't you know who I am, are the same people that will go and become town to the same politicians asking them for handouts.
That's very true. I agree with that.
So that's the point. They're the same kind of people who will be lying up and be taking a loaf of bread with 1,000 naira, 1,000 naira slashed.
Inside the bread.
Sliced
I'm
bread.
just saying that. Maybe
They're the same kind of people that will be shouting, say this, say that, so for sure, so carry them go, these are the same kind of people that you use to snatch ballot boxes, that you use to rig elections, that you use to do all kind of unwholesome social and political practices.
But let's try that technique. I'll watch out for your hand.
So I say this. So what I'm saying is, this is supposed to be a collective responsibility of everybody, the citizens, the players, the political parties themselves,
the leaders
you
too,
know,
when they are wrong, to be told that this is not right in society.
The leaders themselves must have to be held to account.
One of your core or cardinal responsibilities I saw on your website is fostering social national unity And
I'm happy you even visited the website.
Yes, you know, we do a little bit of
So
background check.
quite a number of people who have never, who don't even bother to go.
I follow NOA.
Did you go to our website? Did you read our mission statement?
Yes, I saw you. I saw everything.
Did you read the strategy plan?
I read it. That's why you are here today, and that's why we appreciate what you are doing, and that's why we're expecting you to do more. So maybe if people now begin to see things like that, that you're not only talking to the youth and the citizens, you're always also talking and holding leaders responsible, because I want to believe, fairly speaking, you have that freedom to some extent.
Yes.
That if you say, stop influencing young people with money, stop brandishing stolen wealth, whether you're a governor, president, commissioner, minister, if people begin to see such messaging more from you, they will begin to have more trust in you and not think you are just like a side attraction of the government that is set up just to talk at the citizens. You see where we're going now? It's perception. So if people want to trust more, they see that you have their interest at heart, you know. That's what we're saying about these young people, you know. Yes, we can say young people are unserious, they're always interested in entertainment and all that. I know you have a plan and a strategy and you're working on it to meet them on social media.
And you have not actually followed all our jingles on politicians don't buy boats, don't sell boats. You don't sell your citizens, don't sell your boats. Politicians don't buy your boats because this 2,000 naira that you are paying is going to enslave you for 4 years. It is going to be the if you sell your boat, then don't make a claim if there is no borehole, no, there is no primary health care, if there is no primary school in your area that is supposed to be erected or constructed or rehabilitated. Don't.
Do you have enough money for your campaigns? We say you are well funded?
When I say I am the most popularized government agency, you are laughing. Yeah, but I mean it. And that's why I say, just go cumulatively over the years. Go and see how much was my budget in 2017, which is on my website. Go and see how much was my budget in 2018, which is on my website. Go and see what is in my budget.
If you had all the money that you think is needed for what the activities the NOA wants to do, what new thing will you do that we have not seen before?
So many.
Like what? How will you communicate more to us, the citizens, that will know that NOA is working and they're telling us the things
outside?
Sorry, sir. That you're telling us, for example, there's funding from the government, so that people won't come out and say, when did they distribute this money? How did they spend 30.something billion for COVID-19? So that orientation, information from government activities, which is your cardinal responsibility, you communicate properly in the channels that people are looking at. Because again, let's face it, communication is only effective when the target audience receives it. If you talk this direction and people you want to reach in this direction, then it's a problem. So what things will you do differently that maybe funding is limitation right now? So let's know.
I want you to be very clear about this. Not everything is dependent on funding. Not everything.
True.
Not everything is dependent on funding. A lot is dependent on ideas. And with the NOA is not lacking in this. That's why. And that is why, in spite of our massively inadequate funding, we are able to generate the kind of effect we are able to get. You know? The fact that people keep saying, why is NOA, tells you that there is a very high expectation of this organization.
Sure.
You know? And that is why, I don't know how frequently you quarrel with your wife. I do with mine, because I've been married for 45 years now. So it has to be. So it has to be quarrel every day, you know. You have to. It has to be
always
quarrel
one
every
thing.
day. So, but even you quarrel with your wife, why is NOA? The street in your corner is not swept. Why is NOA? The gutter has not been. Why is NOA? The market stalls are. Why is NOA? Now the reason is simple. We have to, as a country, first begin to build our institutions and appreciate actually the very higher principles of public service.
And I'm happy that you also agree that, despite the fact that NOA has done a lot and you keep doing a lot, there's still room for improvement.
Oh, a great deal of
especially with the use of technology. Probably you have more younger people in your staff that can communicate the way
I don't know really, but like I have told you, I'm never short of ideas on how to really begin to change the perspectives. But when you look at the NOA handle, our Twitter handle, we are not even up to 200,000
No,
followers.
you are 105,000 followers.
This one, so you are so up to date.
I
Compare NOA to the followers of Naira Mali.
Is there no way Mali?
No, listen.
I get
Compare the followers of Bobrisky.
Okay, I get you.
But these are the kind of things that attract the young men.
They are influencers. They are comedians that do clean jokes, family-friendly jokes. They are musicians that sing good music that you can partner with. Drop a song here. There are small meetings. I know you have those ideas already in the plan.
You must have seen what I did last week with the celebrities about our 60th anniversary, especially on only one issue, our national flag.
You can throw soft competitions out there. I'm not saying do give away. No. Slight competitions that task the mind. You fund small projects that people can get.
You are following me. I don't want to tell you all the things. You are following me. I'm sure you are following me.
This one when I suggest, I send my invoice. So. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for coming to the show. And we wish you all the very best as you do more, because we expect more from you. And I hope you get that more funding too that you're asking for. And I hope you sincerely tell the leadership of the country how the people feel about all the issues that you are researching, and they respond to your recommendation. I hope you give their recommendations.
We do. If the report wouldn't have any meaning.
Especially on these recommendations. We know things are tough. I know. Tax. I know you have talked to them anyway. Let's not because time is gone.
Reports must end with recommendations.
And I hope they take those recommendations. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, said second half go tough. You know, say I started sweat. Even you said don't they sweat for house. We've been talking to the Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Dr. Garba Abari, and he's been wonderful on this show. Not go anywhere, because the segment we can't follow this one after this break. You can't tough pass, so stay with us. This is Fake News Show.
Yes, fake news is something that is not genuine.
They wear goat, they lay egg, and they still wear chicken. They enter inside university, go collect lecture, then go carry their mouth. They spread the fake news up and down. Spreaders of fake news. And they want to stop to spread the fake news. Carry hand, cover your mouth like this.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, he hot too. I don't tell you say that second half go what. I tell you now, Dr. Garba Abari from National Orientation Agency now. He say people know they follow their Twitter handle. You they follow them. You see, people accuse the youth that we are not following the right places, the right things. But we have already told them what we can tell. Misinformation and disinformation is happening within citizens, happening between leadership, government, and people. Let's hold each other accountable. Yes. Hold them accountable. No be say one politician. Time has gone. No. Time don't go be say one politician go come. Can they give us lamba? Lie. No government official can they give us lamba now. People will ask questions. Give us the fact and the proof. The money you collected, where's the project? Ask questions. Nothing they happen. Nobody fit carry you. You dey on your rights. That's what I'm saying. As long as you don't break any law, ask respectfully. Come with your fact and figure. No go peddle rumor. No go incite people. But man will put brain together. If they make brain, they don't get choice. They got to answer you. You see? They go answer you now. That's why we're here. Send us a message, lend your voice. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, you get something we say CDD West Africa don't package down. Some kasala we say he don't bust, he don't cast. Fake news where they have hired and they have debunked it. Watch what CDD Africa is doing. CDD West Africa, watch what they are doing. See this report.
CDD Fact Check Report. Fake News Alert.
Has WHO finally approved Madagascar's COVID-19 organics? Fact checkers at the CDD can confirm that WHO has not approved Madagascar's COVID-19 organics as a cure for coronavirus. CDD urges members of the public to read beyond headlines before sharing any news reports.
Welcome back. I tell you, I not tell you. I tell you, I not tell you. That's why we need to be responsible when we are peddling information. Don't peddle rumor. Confirm. This information will come on my phone, so is it authentic? Go to the website of the source of that information. Check their link. Check their resources. Look at their URL. look at the page. Is it an authentic page? Look at the person sending information. Does the person have authority to send such information? That's what we're talking about, taking responsibility for information around us so that we are responsible information merchants. Then we can hold government accountable, hold one another accountable. That's what we do here. All right? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Without you, there's no us. We thank you from CDD West Africa. Frank Donga signing out saying thank you for joining us on Fake News Show. Join us again next week, same time, same station. Do your best to be a responsible somebody. See ya.
Fake News Show is an initiative of Center for Democracy and Development with support from USAID through the National Democratic Institute.